Welcome, everybody, to the Snark Tank Podcast. The Queen is dead!
Oh, no.
She died.
Stars.
The Queen died. Probably 8 minutes after I said nothing happened this week.
Yeah.
Probably, in all likelihood.
Or at least in the hospital. She got to the hospital.
Yeah, she was like, there's a pain in my left arm. What's this? What's this then?
What's all this pain then? What's all this pain then?
What's all this then?
Oi, my
There's
brother.
a pain in me arm.
Oi, brother.
What's all this pain over here, bruv?
Charlie,
hey,
my
bruv.
She passed away. She died. And
Charlie, my blood's cold. Charlie, my blood's cold.
Oi,
Charlie.
bruv. Oi, guff, bruv.
No,
Guff,
mommy.
bruv. Oi.
Hey, mommy, you need your strife. Have one of me
Charlie.
sausage fingers.
Mumsy.
Have one of me sausage fingers. You need your strife, mommy.
Charlie, I'm scared, Charlie. I don't want
Mumsy, are you all right there, mums? You know what, Huey? You know what, Huey? Why don't you go and suck a fucking fat dick, Huey?
I don't like the way you're speaking to me. The idea of...
All seriousness, though, the Queen died. That sucks for the family. I'm Jamaican, so, soon as that bitch passed away, bro, I was dancing on a Moko Jumbi stick. For all the Caribbeans out there that know about that, it was part of that carnival time in my family. I kid you not, all my brothers and sisters were texting back and forth. The bitch finally died.
Damn.
Meanwhile, two of them are in London. Two of them live in London.
Yeah, so they're even. It means even more to them. They're so close to it.
Happy, bro, ecstatic. My dad was like, "Yeah, finally." I was just like, Jesus.
It's so funny. I mean, it's just I get it though. I get the whole. She represents some a lot of colonialism and shit. Not that she directly, she's a little young for all the conquering, but she definitely the monarchy itself.
Well, I
just
love
the fact that people. What's up?
I love. I can't remember where the fuck. I think it was an African country where they were like, "Hey, so now that she's dead, can we have our $9 trillion diamond back?" Because I think they had a diamond that they stole from somewhere in that crown. I think. So they were like, "Yo, can we get that back, bro?"
No, not quite, bruv.
We're putting it in the museum,
I think I'll
brother.
put it on me sausage fingers,
bro.
Yo, that guy.
Crazy.
Somebody needs to help him. I know he's not exactly long for this earth anyway.
He looks like what a lich would look like if they put skin on.
There's definitely something going on with with that feller over there.
It's crazy. With all of that money, with all that money, you think you'd be able to fix that though?
Fix what? You have withering?
Well, everybody is speculating that he has some sort of, when you have some heart issues, you see a lot of swelling in the feet, in the hands and stuff. Some people are like, he probably has some sort of heart condition. Meanwhile, you have fucking Dick Cheney who has just a fake heart, and he's still he should have died 20 years ago or something. I don't know how long ago it was.
Sincerely, you know what? I have a bit of a conspiracy theory, I think, where
go ahead.
Because we are seeing unprecedented kind of turmoil in the way that our economy works and in the way that society works. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that old people are now living way too long.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it has to do with that.
The biggest problem with our country is the fact that the people that are making the laws and stuff are old people that have lived way past their expiration date.
Yeah, the people who used to make the laws were old in their 40s. Yeah, and then they expired from a duel or something, or they put look, I'm gonna drink this mercury because it's shiny. It's usually a situation like that. They weren't long for this world. They weren't completely out of touch by the time they were making rules. You know what I mean? Yeah. But now it's you have people in the courts who don't know what the internet is, and they're like making laws about it. And it's like, you can't have this. What the fuck is this?
Dude, Mitch McConnell is unraveling before our eyes. Like his fucking
sad, bro.
He looks like
it's actually sad.
He looks like a ghost with a suit on. Like he just look like I don't know what the hell's happening. Like you can't that shit shouldn't be in Congress. Yet it is. And the scary thing is
a ghost with a
but he
suit
does.
on. I can't.
Now some people think he looks like some people think he looks like a fucking turtle, which he kind of does. But like the way his like skin is just drooping, it reminds me of like a sheet. You know, like if someone's that's fucking around and trying to spook you and shit.
It reminds me of that. He reminds me of that. What's that old Hanna-Barbera dog?
Not the Scooby-Doo one.
You know what I'm talking about?
The white dog, but not Scooby-Doo, right?
He's got like that. Oh no, like that. He's got like the droopy jowls. Oh my god! I wish I knew what the fuck his name was.
We're not talking about Droopy.
What is his name?
You said
is his name
we're not
Droopy?
talking about. We're not talking about Droopy, are we? We're not.
There's
no,
Huckleberry Hound. There's it's Droopy. He's literally talking about Droopy.
There's no way he's talking about Droopy.
He's literally talking about Droopy.
He said it. He said his name describing his jaw.
I didn't know that was his name because I've never known his name. I just know him like, oh, that's the. His name's really Droopy because his face droops.
He's like,
I didn't know that you were. I was like, wait, he can't be talking about Droopy. He just described. It has to be somebody else.
He wouldn't use the word Droopy to describe Droopy, right?
To describe Droopy.
He wouldn't do that.
I have never known this character's name before today. Like, that is wild. I've only seen him like tangentially and like her. Usually he's like a reference or like I remember seeing him in like random commercials like a long time ago. I can't remember which one.
He's been in what's called Space Ghost, Harvey Birdman. He's been in that show more than once.
Right. Like I usually only see him as a joke, and I'm like, oh, but I never thought about his name, and I was like, oh, he looks a little droopy, but there's no way that would be like if Scooby Doo's name was Brown Talking Dog, you know, like that's like
you know Scooby Doo's real name is Scoobert actually.
I mean, now it is, yeah.
No, it's Scoobert. It's Scoobert Scooby Doo.
There's no way they thought about that in like the 60s when they were writing this.
I think they did.
You're giving way too much credit for these fucking things.
What about Shaggy's real name? Is it like Shagget or something?
Shagget.
It's like Shaggy. Wait, what the fuck's his last name, dude?
My name is Shagrius.
Shaggy the Third.
Could you imagine Lord his name is Shagrius and he's in Hades?
He's the son of Hades.
He's the son of
Shagrius.
Shagrius. Shaggy.
That's so stupid.
Shaggy's real. Yeah, what is Shaggy's real name?
I think it's like fucking
probably like Alfred.
It's like Orville Redenbacher or some shit. Like it's like a really weird.
It's definitely that.
It's like a very weird name. I think they said it. They've confirmed it before.
Oh, I've heard this before. His name is Norville Rogers.
Yeah, Norville.
Oh my. Oh, you were kind of close to it. I thought you were just making a stupid ass joke.
No, I was. I didn't realize how accurate it would be.
Yeah, his name is
Norville Rogers.
Norville Rogers.
That was uncannily close. I really did not know.
You've heard it before, and you were like this. You probably
not even.
Gotta get it popping like Orville Redenbacher. Sorry.
Oh man,
fucking.
Was he a real person?
Orville Redenbacher?
Yeah.
Yeah, that pussy that made that kettle corn or whatever. I hate him.
That
pussy that made kettle corn.
That kettle corn. What a toxic person you are, dude.
I always thought Orville Redenbacher. I thought for a long time that Orville Redenbacher and the Six Flags old man were the same.
Same person?
Like it was the same idea. Like the same person was used for both, and I didn't know until later that like, oh, that's a man in a suit.
The fact that
because I didn't have a good enough TV to see.
Wait, you didn't know that wasn't a real old man?
The old guy.
Well, I mean, not when I first saw it. I was like, what the fuck?
He didn't have fucking hair, the Six Flags guy. He was bald.
Yeah, but like that was around a time where I was like, I could believe that is possible.
I knew that. I knew he wasn't real because my grandma's old. And my grandma absolutely can't move like that.
Move like
so I was just like, that's not an old person.
That's what I would have thought, except my family's strange because there are some old people in my family that absolutely cannot. And then there's my great-grandfather who's like currently 90 and he's like shucking fucking corn and doing all this like crazy shit in Puerto Rico where I'm always like, I don't know how that's, or like, it's like a Keith Richards thing, you know, where like, how are the Rolling Stones still touring? Like, that's so insane. That is,
They drink child's bloods, absolutely.
They fuck their fans and kill them.
Yeah, they do those blood transfusions and shit. Cause like Keith Richards and who's the other asshole?
Jagger.
Mick Jagger. Yeah.
Jagger.
Yeah, the Jaeger guy. Like they're both very thin. They got to be at least like 97 at this point.
Pounds.
And
both.
Well, both.
Both of them.
and when you see them, they're too lively. I'm like, bro, that's not how. I feel like they did just as many drugs as say Ozzy Osbourne and fucking the Motorhead guy. Oh my god, I can't remember anybody's name right now, dude. I woke up early in the morning, drove back
Levy
from fucking California.
Was that
Lemmy,
his name?
yeah, thank you.
Lemmy.
Lemmy Kilmister. Like they like. I remember Lemmy wanted to get a blood transfusion, and they denied him because they said he would die because there's too many drugs in his system that it would shock his body to have clean blood, and he would die. So
That's so fucking crazy. We can't fix you. You just gotta die. You just gotta die the way you are.
That is such a fucking incomprehensible, like volume of drug to have in your system. Like, I don't think.
Like, nope. Yep. He's dependent.
God damn.
Oh my god. Ew. They have the mask of the old Six Flags guy.
Oh, ew. What the fuck?
That'd
Wait,
be
where?
like coin. If you put it on, you'll turn into him.
It's costumezone.com, but the problem is I think they don't have an opening for the mouth, so it's not the exact mask. Everything else looks legit.
What'd you Google?
Old Six Flags guy. And then with that, it shows this mask at costumezone.com, and it just looks fucking disgusting. It looks so gross.
Ew. Ew, bro. This is so fucked. I hate this. Oh, no.
That's
anyway,
gross.
This ruined my fucking whole day.
Yeah, the queen.
It's weird they even brought this guy up because I thought about this guy. No joke. Today, I stopped at the gas station to get a Monster, and for some reason that guy came up when I was talking to JoJo, and then that you're bringing it up now, I was like, what the fuck's going on? Why is this guy all of a sudden appearing in people's conversations? He hasn't been around for decades.
You're going to hear it again later tonight, and then he's going to show up. It's like a Beetlejuice situation.
He's fucking in your fucking bathroom like Candyman, just start dancing with the
But he's going to grab you and try to bring you to Six Flags, and you're like, you can't. He's really strong. He's like way stronger than he should be. And he drags you to Six Flags.
He forces you on that fucking bus.
He throws you on the bus so hard that when you hit the wall, the bus tilts a little bit. And you're like, he can't be this strong. It's impossible. And he drives you to Six Flags.
With that fucking happy music playing the entire time.
Imagine fighting someone for your life to that music. Like, this is a live or die moment. And you're fighting somebody, that music is blaring.
Real quick, I almost had a fucking heart attack because I got an email from my insurance company and it said, "You've been removed," and I was like, "What?" And then I open it up, it's like from paperless delivery.
That's fucking. I was like,
that's fucked up, dude. That that probably took 8 minutes off my life. I think. Like if you could measure the impact of that.
They totally, they did that on purpose just to fuck with their customers. Because that's something that bored people would do. Imagine that guy. Imagine that guy being one of the torture conductors at Guantanamo Bay. Like he's fucking dancing. He puts that music on and he waterboards you and shit.
Did that happen? Did that happen?
Well, that absolutely did happen.
Yes. Okay.
But, yeah. No. They play music. Well, they play music generally at Guantanamo Bay to fucking as psychological torture.
I know they play death metal a lot and stuff like that.
Yeah, and Justin Bieber was popular for a while. back when he was. But I want to paint this scenario for you guys. Imagine this guy who does the Six Flags. He's clearly a young, nimble guy. You know, maybe even a college kid. You know, who knows? He gets this gig as the Six Flags old man, and for whatever reason, he finds himself in almost like a Rhino from Spider-Man type accident where he's stuck inside the suit. Right? He has to go to school. But no one wants to let him in because, like, what is this old man is trying to get into the school? It's like, get him out of here. And so he tries to go into his family, and they're like, no, what does this old man do? Like, nobody believes that he's him because he's stuck in this costume. It's like the Haunted Mask. You ever read that Goosebumps book?
Oh, yeah, it is the Haunted Mask. I remember that one.
Oh, yeah. And then, like, that's probably the most classic one. That's probably actually what happened. Because you don't hear from that guy anymore. The guy that
he put it on, and then he realized one day he thought he took it off. He went in the mirror, and it's still on. He's like, what the hell? And he tries to take his face off, and he can't. And then the music comes on, and he's like, and he starts dancing. And his wife's like, how'd you get in my house? And he's like, no, honey, it's me. And she tries to shoot him, and the bullet ricochets off his new, old, reinforced body because he can't be harmed anymore because now he's an eternal creature. And he dances his way and dances, and he turns their car. He touches the car and it morphs into a bus inside the garage, so it destroys the garage, destroys a bunch of the house. He gets in it and he drives off. He drives forward through the rest of the house, killing his wife.
He does the dance with the cane and like lifts his legs, but he does like he does AoE damage. So it's like there's this like invisible circle
that you don't know where it starts, and you're just scared to get near him, and it's doing damage to the whole entire area that it's circumferencing. And he leaves. Hell that's it. And then it's like, wow, the Queen died. I'm sorry, the Queen died.
Yeah. The Queen died. That's something that happened. So we got that.
Something happened with the Queen.
Irish people, Australians, Caribbeans, Africans,
people around the world, man, like Indians,
Americans, Indians.
I saw an Indian woman going hard in the paint on Twitter. I was kind of like, "Yo, you probably want to tone it down just a little bit."
It was funny. It was funny because it was the British were sad, right? The rest of the UK was like, "Can we please be free of you guys?" And all of the colonized people were. Dude, did you see that video of the guy tap dancing in front of the castle right after she died?
I didn't see that.
I don't know if it's real or not. I don't know. It was literally as soon as she died. If this video went like popular, some people tap dancing in front of the Capitol. After it was like Irish people, like river dance. Is that what they river dance? Is that what they do?
I don't know, man. Like they do whatever they want.
Yeah, they're known for that shit. Yeah.
They're known for that shit.
I think they are. It's like river dancing or I don't know, eating potatoes or some shit. But they did that in front of the fucking. They did that in front of the fucking thing. It was really dope.
I saw a few people get arrested. I definitely saw a few people get arrested because they don't have the First Amendment. So you trash the Queen or whatever. Fuck no.
What? That's crazy. It's a first world place. I thought they had the First Amendment.
No, man. We're fucking the only country that has that. Like everybody else just has like these weird laws that like you can say things to a certain extent. You can't. It's weird. It's like what happened to remember Count Dankula and his pug.
You're right. Okay.
Yeah, it's like at the UK they don't do that stuff. So you can't. There's a limit. So if you insult the Queen or the Prince Charles or King Charles, like some people were doing, and calling him a nonce. He's a fucking nonce.
Yeah, I didn't know.
He's a fucking nonce, mate.
He's a pedophile.
So I did not know. I thought nonce meant silly.
No,
that's not even close.
Technically, another meaning for it is silly or someone that doesn't know what they're talking about. I thought it was like I thought decades it meant ago. That. I thought it might have. Yes, it might have meant that when I first heard that word. So I called my sister a nunce. And she was like, don't call me that. What? She was like, don't call me that. And I was just like, why? Doesn't that mean silly? And she was like, just don't say that. Just get that out of your vocabulary. Weeks later, I find out it means pedophile.
That's crazy.
That's
awesome. I love the idea of being like, yeah, I'm feeling a little nuncy.
I feel nunce right now, man. I can't get it. I can't get it, bruv. And you're like,
motherfuckers going to fucking London and telling people that and getting punched out, and not knowing why.
Literally, I'm going there soon, and I'm about to go there and say that to somebody and get my ass dropped by one of those fucking crooked teeth fucking kids. Who are you fucking talking to, huh? You know who I am? And he takes out his fucking blade and starts spinning it.
Bro, you know what I just heard yesterday on Power 106? You know, it's been American hip hop for as long as I've been alive.
Yeah.
Yesterday,
now it's drill,
I
bro.
heard some British bloke fucking like, I was like, what the fuck's happening?
British drill, man.
I thought he was reading a nursery rhyme, bro. I thought he fucking parked up. You know, remember when like George Bush was like reading that shit and it got interrupted by 9/11? I felt like
that
George Bush
video is so
in that moment.
That video is so funny.
I was just so taken aback that I was like, wait. Like you say, this British drill? Those are like, that's an oxymoron, bro.
That's where
that
it came from,
sense.
bro. I think that's where it came from.
That's not where it came
They
from.
can't even.
It
They
either
can't
came
even
from
say.
Chicago. It either came from Chicago.
I'm pretty sure it came from Shy.
What happened is
I'm
I think
pretty
it came from
Chicago.
Shy, right? It came from Chirac, did it, and it was like on the low. Then Brits found out about it, made it more popularized, and then what happened is that we took it back and
What
put
is it called? Wait. What is it? This is drill.
Yeah, drill music.
Yeah.
They can't even say that word.
Drill.
No, they're like
drill.
drill. It's a drill.
Drill.
I says just drill hop. This is drill homie. Wait, don't even say homie. What do they say? Just
Bruv.
drill bruv.
Bruv.
It's just
Drill,
bruv.
bro.
Mate.
Fucking
Listen.
Listen.
Let me show you how it
We're this
It's
is
really
too
cold, but there's no snow.
This
I
is
want to
too
show you
British.
how I live.
This is too British. This is all too British.
I'm going to take you out with the shiv.
Yeah. Boy,
Oh
don't
my
come
God.
talking shit. I'll make sure you boys get hit. I got that thing on me. I'll make you fucking bleed.
So stupid.
It's every song. Every single song
No,
sounds like that.
drill is very, very formulaic. Like it's like it's like you speak a bar on like you speak the bar on like there's one bar that rhymes on the first time signature, then the third time signature they rhyme with each other, and the fourth and the second rhyme with each other, and you do that the whole song. It's really formulaic, and it sounds good, like beat-wise. The beats are always really cool, but it's never, like, really good music. Ever.
I gotta tell you, I just love making fun of British people.
It's so funny,
nothing compares.
All right. Well, their queen's dead, so I think it's done. It's done. We did it. I will say though, like I don't know, it's there's always part of me that feels like sad when an old person dies, regardless of who they are, because like for whatever reason, I think of like my grandparents every time.
Oh yeah.
And like my grandparents were like very, very nice. So like I never had this perception of old people that was like mean, because like the only old people that I ever interacted with was like my grandparents who were really cool, or other people's grandparents that I knew who were also just, I guess just like luck of the draw, just also very nice. So like when people like, I remember being like getting older and people were like, man, old people suck. And I'm like, what the fuck? What do they do? They're just dying. Like I had no understanding. It's like they're so nice and sweet and they're dying. And I still to this day haven't really had a negative experience with like an old person, like sincerely. Like not really. Not any more than like I've had with like a normal fucking person. But so I mean, you know, family and all that, it's
in my mind,
it
I feel
is-
like
it
old
is a-
people can't be like. I feel like old people are loved by nature of being old. Like you have a grandchild that loves you.
yeah.
That's
Well,
a lot of people's argument. They're like, how could you say anything bad about her? She was somebody's grandkids and or grand
I feel bad. I
parents
do.
or whatever.
I
she was
feel
somebody's mom.
On a base level, I feel on a human level, yes, I feel sad for like the grandkids and all that shit. But at the same, they're also British royalty, so like,
I just feel, to me, it's more of an indifference because
yeah.
like
I guess
like I don't, because it's just weird. It's weird how people. It's like, say for example, there's probably somebody that down the street from me probably died, probably blew his brains out, whatever. Something happened,
Nice.
right? Like, but if I don't know about it, I don't know them or something like that, then it's just kind of indifference. I know who the queen is, but other than that, it's like, okay.
Yeah.
You know, all right. I'm like, yeah, that happened. I was actually looking forward to the memes because I know people are going to be fucking mean.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to be ruthless. So I was kind of looking for shit like that.
I guess we'll leave it with just like appropriate amount / volume of best wishes given the scenario.
Relative, like
relatively,
like
basic human best wishes.
Yeah,
but
as a Jamaican, no, fuck those people. Fuck
it's
them.
not even.
Fuck
it's not
them.
even to me. I'm just thinking like,
to
yo,
me,
you're
dude,
literally.
It's in my blood. Fuck them. It's in me. I tried not to get happy when she died, but while I was reading it, I was smiling, and I was like, damn.
Yeah, I felt it completely indifferent when I read it. I think like, I don't know, whatever. I don't want. I hate that we dedicated this much time to British people. Let's move on.
The thing goes.
No.
Pop.
That's their only contribution.
We would go pop.
That's their only contribution.
You know what's crazy? Deadass, no joke though. There's a ton of really talented British rappers now, which I can't believe.
Oh, I'm sure there are, but whatever.
And
I like the ones that don't sound British. I like those ones.
Isn't it funny how like everybody who's British when they sing, they're no longer British except for Lily Allen?
No, Adele sounds British though.
There's a couple of them.
Adele does not sound
Amy
British to me at all.
Winehouse absolutely did not. I'll admit Amy didn't.
No.
At all.
Most of them do not. Most Australians, Brits, whatever, they'll do such an American fucking accent when they sing. And then there's a couple of people that just don't give a fuck. And then they don't have the best numbers.
Yeah.
They have the best number. That's crazy, bro.
They don't. They people listen to it and then they go, ugh.
Yeah, exactly. But
that's crazy. It's funny how every famous black actor now is for the most part British. Really sucks how much more of them are just being rotated in now.
It's
because they actually put money into the arts over there.
It's not even they're actually they're less. It's remember everything's driven by money and the best cost that you can get. British people are cheaper. That's why all the Spider-Mans are everybody's starting to become like.
I don't know about cheaper in that context.
Henry Cavill, they're less expensive. Trust me.
I wouldn't say
you
that.
Got things like
because once you become a superstar, you're a superstar. You're still getting paid like superstar wages.
They're still getting paid a lot of money, but they're not getting paid as much as an American actor that's protected by all these SAG and all this other bullshit.
Is that really? No, they have to have you. No.
There is. I know what you're saying. There's a lot of truth to it. It's crazy.
Like, you notice how many people are British now.
Dude, half the MCU is like they're at it's like, you want some tea, bruv? It's like, oh, of course, Spider-Man. And it's like, yes, I love you, the Hulk.
The fact that Spider-Man's been British more than he's been an American, and the fact that he's never been anybody from New York also is wild, crazy.
To me, that is what pisses me off. I hate that
crazy.
Shit. The fact that not only just so you know. This is real. As far as live action Spider-Man go, he's been British twice, and he's been American. He's been American and Japanese on an equivalent to an equivalent degree.
That's pretty cool.
So
I feel like he's been Japanese more than he's been American.
Yeah, you're probably right. Unless you're counting like the fucking stage play.
Do you think they're gonna get an American black kid for Miles Morales?
No.
No.
I think they might.
Well,
actually, no. They're gonna get a.
You know what?
They're gonna get?
That's very possible. Purely because if they, I think they have to hire.
What if they get the Stranger Things guy, Lucas?
He's American.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. He's too dark.
He's not Hispanic.
I know.
If I'm gonna be real with you, Chris, I'm gonna be very real with you. Spider-Man's not gonna be Hispanic. He's just gonna be some guy that can speak Spanish.
No, Kingston. No.
He's gonna be Chris. I'm sorry.
They literally can't. In this climate, they cannot get away with that.
They're gonna do it, bro.
They can't do it.
Every voice actor of his has not been. Not a single one of them has been Hispanic.
What? That's voice actors, Kingston.
That's and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be. He's gonna speak Spanish.
There's a fucking men are horses in voice acting. Like
that's
this is
true.
a completely
That's
different
true.
fucking.
But what I'm arguing is that, and I don't agree with this, but it's probably a lot of it. Look, I don't agree with it, because unfortunately, I'm on both teams. So I sit on both sides of that fence. But I'm pretty sure he's just gonna be a black person that can speak Spanish. I'm pretty sure. I think it should be a black Latino person. I think it should be. Name how many actors are black and Latino in the first place. You're gonna have a lot harder time picking, and also
that's the problem.
And also, not to mention the fact that Miles is black is more relevant than the fact that he is Latino, which is unfortunate, but it's also true because Miles is not even the first Hispanic Spider-Man, which sucks.
I understand that because Miguel O'Hara is
Miguel's Mexican as well.
But also this is another one of these situations where I think Sweeney is living in a different place.
I'm not.
Listen. Nobody gives a fuck about Spider-Man 2099.
Not many people care. Not many people care. You're right.
Nobody.
That's true.
It's not that not many people care. I'm telling you, nobody on planet Earth gives a shit.
You're being hyperbolic, but I agree. I agree. So not many people care. But I'm willing to wager money. I'm right. I'm going to wager money. It's going to be some black kid that speaks Spanish, and I'm like, all right, you'll be Miles Morales. I'll wager thousands on it. In fact,
I think the problem is that will happen. And then that will be the moment where it's like, because, you're right. It's not technically a big part of the Spider-Man aspect of his character, but it's a big aspect of the Miles aspect of his character. And I don't know, like, in Miles Morales, in the game, there's Puerto Rican flags everywhere. He has a very obviously Hispanic mom.
He does.
Like, I don't know if you could get away with being like, oh, I think it's going to be a very interesting time because now it's going to be like, I feel like that's going to upset people in a way that can't be dismissed. It's not going to be like, oh, Ariel, which is like, who fucking cares? It's
her character isn't having anything based on her culture.
Right.
But if there's Puerto Rican flags, his mom could be cast as a Puerto Rican Hispanic woman. Very fine.
Right.
They could be a black guy as his dad because Miles is a dark skinned, even though he's Hispanic, he's still a dark skinned person.
Yeah, well, Miles Morales' dad, I think his dad, I think could be a black guy entirely. Fine.
Well, the thing is that he's not like in the middle, like mid-colored person. He's still a dark-skinned black kid.
What would you think about a compromise? Like, say, I don't know if you guys watch Cobra Kai. There's the Hispanic guy. His name's Miguel.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what if Miguel put blackface on?
That'd be funny. That'd be like, I like this. But
I think first of all, I'll say this. I think it's fucking. I'll just say this. I think it's fucking lame that we don't get anything. I think it's fucking lame that like it's always like a redheaded kid becoming a black person, and I'm getting a little bored of it, to be honest with you. Let's get some other fucking people in there, please.
It's because Hispanics are chameleons, bro. We are.
Exactly.
It's unfortunate. That's why they don't choose us.
Which means it's easy.
No. Which means you get looked over. No, it means you get looked over because you can't immediately tell. Unless you're Mexican, if you're from the Southwest, you can tell that's a Hispanic person because they all look the same over there. But when it comes to like people from the Caribbean, I'm Hispanic, Gabby's Hispanic, you're Hispanic, Lyle's Hispanic, Smokey's Hispanic. We just look like various things in the rainbow, So it's like, we could say it's Hispanic and then lie,
Yeah, but here's the thing. It's like, I don't know, man.
I agree. It's gonna happen, bro. It's gonna be unfortunate.
That would be so wildly lame. The only thing we have is fucking Michelle Rodriguez in Avatar, literally. Like, we don't have fucking anything, and it's so lame.
It's gonna be so unfortunate.
Fucking annoying.
It's gonna be so
It's all these other
unfortunate.
people. It's all these other fucking people, man. Everybody else gets a fucking thing. Cobra Kai is a whole goddamn show. What do we get?
What do you get?
Yeah.
Oh, you guys get we get baseball.
Cool.
Yeah, you get baseball.
we get baseball,
really
bro.
well.
Those contracts are crazy, man. Those baseball contracts, they get no advertisements,
very well.
but they get a lot of money base. They just get no advertisements.
I don't even know why you guys are doing this fucking podcast and you aren't playing baseball right now.
Nah,
it's
bro.
fucking weird.
Baseball sucks. I hate it, bro.
You can't say that, dude. Don't say that.
If my grandma heard me, she'd be mad as shit. She'd be like, the Yankees are fucking great. What are you talking about? 28 championships. And I'm like, okay, calm down, grandma.
That's your name is disappearing. You're like, when you say shit like that, you're like no longer like fucking. You're like your name is Ingston or something. Like you're missing a part of your fucking name. It's starting to erase.
It's a force. I played it. I did my time. I served my time. I played, and that's it.
Your time.
I served my time too. I played it. I will admit though, like when I see it, I do look at it. I don't watch it, but I do.
Bro. It's like basketball.
I wonder who's on the plate.
Bro. You're passing by a bar and you see it on TV. You're just fucking walking.
I do look at it because I remember it being on my TV all the time, and I look at it and it takes me back, and I'm like, oh, what's that? Who's pitching? I don't know these people, but I'm curious for some reason.
I hated it, bro. I hated baseball. My grandmother was like, play it, and I was like, I don't like this sport. I liked this.
I'll tell you what I liked. The energy of Yankee Stadium and like the feeling of it more than I gave a shit about the actual, like being in Yankee Stadium. And it's so weird sitting in Yankee Stadium eating a hot dog on like a really nice day is a really nice experience.
That's how it is.
And then you look at baseball, and then it's just like it adds so little to like that experience.
It's so the weird. Same thing with like people that go to play soccer, bro. When you go to soccer tournament places, most people are just there to get drunk and cause bullshit.
You're there to chant and sing songs.
They're not like, there for soccer. Songs, they're there to cause some bullshit. They're there to get mad at someone from a different country and then try to assault them later while they're pissed drunk. They're not there for fucking, I want to see who's going to fucking do the most lap, who's going to have the most traveled yards. It's soccer, bro. I love soccer, but from outside looking in, that's the stupidest sport ever. I'm very aware of that. It's so stupid. I like soccer. I like it, dude.
Fucking snot rocket.
It's
bro.
Just fucking. It's just. It's just.
I thought that. You know what that reminded me of? Do you remember when Gotenks would do the ghost attack?
Yes, super ghost kamikaze.
But yeah, fucking. That was awesome. I think. I don't know, man. Like, whatever.
They're gonna play us. They're gonna play us.
Oh, we got to talk about.
Well, hold on. Don't. Something that we mentioned it while we were talking, and it would be kind of weird not to elaborate on the hysteria of The Little Mermaid, because it has become it's been brought into, it's so much bigger than I think anybody could have even fathomed how much.
Really?
Because you remember years ago back in 2019 when they first announced it.
Yeah, we already did this, like, it kind of feels like.
Yes, we did it. That's the whole thing where I was like, this is weird. We did this already. And then, but it's way bigger to the point where I'm hearing people that don't normally fucking talk about shit like this. Like, I visited my mom. They were talking about it on the fucking View. I was listening to Power 106, and they fucking were mentioning it passing by. And I'm like, this shit's like, this quote unquote culture war thing is like the talk of, and I'm like, yo, this is crazy. I thought we did this already. And it's like, shut the fuck up. Whatever. We already know what this is. There's an audience for this. It's fucking little kids, and there's gonna be a lot of little black girls gonna be extremely happy. Good for them. And then Disney's gonna get their money, and then adults are gonna be underwhelmed because it's another fucking live action film by Disney. Like what's the fucking what else is there supposed to be said?
That is literally all there is to say about it. It really is. Like I don't know. Like I even heard like. I wasn't even looking for it. It just came on my feed. This like leaked footage from, I guess, D23. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Kingston? Mm-hmm. The Disney Expo or whatever. And it was like a footage of her singing the full song. Like it was blurry, but you could hear it. And I was like, oh, she does a really good job. It's not like Beyonce fucking ruining The Lion King.
Just but like singing over Donald Glover obnoxiously.
Such a
twat,
genuine. Just what a I'm going to say that was a genuine bitch performance.
You know what's crazy?
That was the performance of a bitch.
You know what's crazy?
Sing louder, ho.
I don't even think she did it on purpose. I think she just has to be the star in the room so much that she did that, and then she was probably like, I didn't even know I did this.
You know what? You know what's wild? I don't think that's true. I think what happened is that's the only way she knows how to sing.
Yeah.
I think genuinely that's like, I don't know how to sing like a normal person. I have to go like, hey. It's like, get the fuck out of here. Shut the fuck up. You're in a Disney movie. This is not American Idol.
I think fucking Jay-Z was sitting next to the director, and then like, you know, the director was about to say something like, hey, could you tone it down? And then fucking, you know, Jay-Z is kind of just looking at him. Just like that. Hey, I thought that was pretty good.
I got 100 Bloods and 100 Crips.
And it's fucking, he's ruining the set by just playing his music.
He's just listening. He's listening. He's listening to his own music, complimenting her while not being able to hear it.
You get it?
That's wild.
Anyway,
it's
like
fucking
a pimp, go brush your shoulders off.
But I'm just saying, bro. I've been seeing some people say some weird shit about like it's not even it's about the folklore, the European folklore.
Bro,
that's they're taking our folklore away. They're taking it to that level.
The thing you tweeted where it's her on the watermelon, and then someone I retweeted it, and someone tweeted a cover of The Little Slave, and I was fucking wheezing. Bro,
what is wrong with these people?
And then I tweeted, "I'm surprised she can swim."
Oh my god,
so
dude.
stupid.
It's toxic.
This shit has gotten out of hand, dude. This shit's gotten out of hand.
Profoundly.
Imagine caring about the little. Imagine looking at the Little Mermaid and genuinely like, this is really rude because my girlfriend is one of these people. But imagine looking at Little Mermaid and being like, "Oh, I connect with that movie. That movie's so dog shit. It's such a it's like not even Beauty and the Beast. Beauty and the Beast is a good movie. I actually like Belle as a character because she like wants to learn. Aladdin, Jasmine is actually cool. She's a person who wants to be in power. You know, she's like, I can be anyone I want. Can be anyone I want to. Mulan is a warrior princess. You know, she's fucking dope. Right. And then there's Ariel, this aquatic dumb bitch,
dumb airhead,
this
fish.
Stupid fish.
She doesn't know any better. She just wants to be out there and do fish things on land.
She literally just
stupid.
It's a movie about a girl selling her voice for dick.
Yeah,
for
and
real.
It's so,
which is actually pretty.
Pipe,
which is literally
bro.
the dream. Which is the fucking dream when you think about it.
Pipe, bro. That's a very serious sense of commentary. Amazing. It's a very serious sense of commentary for the modern world and how we do things.
It's why it's dog shit is because, you know, the way it was written, they couldn't make what, because it's just an allegory for coming out. Dude wants to fucking wish that being gay was normal, and he couldn't be gay. So writing Little Mermaid to represent how he felt. That's what it's really about. But none of these people know anything about this shit because they don't give two flying fucks about any of this at all. And it is funny that they do give a fuck about, like, you know, what it's become, and that it is literally geared towards 4 through 12-year-olds. Even the original movie, it is geared towards a certain demographic, to the point where I was a little boy, and that movie I barely fucked with it because I'm like, yeah, it's all right. It's just not for me. It's not fucking for me. I don't get anything from it. It's a little girl thing. It's the girls love it. They have all the toys. They fucking killed it with marketing. And then you have these grown-ass neckbeards. You have all those people doing that woke trailer destroyed. And I'm like, these are all of them giant beards in their 30s.
It really bothers the thing that genuinely bothers me is that, like, I if this happened just 10 years ago, nobody would care. That's
not even a little bit.
What frustrates me about it is that this is so new.
You're right.
This is so frustratingly
new. Would have cared
and
10 years ago. I think it would.
I don't think so. I think
it would have gotten ridiculous like this.
No, I think people would have cared, but I don't think they'd be talking about it on the fucking.
Oh yeah, it wouldn't have got to this point. It wouldn't have got to this point.
It wouldn't have gotten to this point because, like, there's such a financial incentive to make people upset, and it's so fucking boring. I'm so over it. Like, shut up. Like, okay, she's the little. The people trying to be scientific about it were fucking bizarre. Like, a mermaid can't be fucking black. They're underwater.
Get
First
the
of all,
fuck out of here.
In the show, in the Little Mermaid show, there is literally a black mermaid.
Yeah.
Well, she's dark, but I think she's Hispanic.
No, there's a black mermaid. I'm pretty sure there's a black one.
I think she's Hispanic. I think go ahead, preach.
Guess who cared? Guess who cared about that black mermaid?
Bingo.
You probably didn't even know about this until you heard it here or saw it on Twitter, right? The audience, you didn't know about it. Because no one gave a shit. I really think there was a time. It's like, I'm not saying like it's not like, because I feel like people misinterpret this shit. It's like, oh, people think like there was no racism in the 90s or like the 2000s. Like, no, that's not what I'm saying when I say that people didn't used to care about it. What I'm saying is I do feel like people used to be more accepting of this kind of shit, or like even if they weren't, they didn't make a big deal out of it. I feel like these things, if the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air were to come out today, you'd have people complaining that it's a woke sitcom because it's just a black cast. And that is so fucking annoying to me.
It's crazy.
You're absolutely correct.
Sorry to try to derail you guys, but John Boyega recently on Twitter, he was just like, I have a preference for black women.
That's fine.
And
that's entirely fine.
People on Twitter were like, that's so racist that you said such a thing. And he's like, what? I just said he said, I'll fuck a white woman too. Like, I don't care, but I have a preference for black women. And people were making it seem like it's the thing now is the fact that people are so on edge about everything. You can't just express how you feel about things because everyone's trying to instantly call you something. These terrible things that have lost value. And it's like, I understand things were probably worse before socially, but it's just the nature of how everyone just piles on, because everyone feels like a victim now. I think that's what the big problem is. So whenever you express something that you don't agree with, you're attacking me as a person.
I don't think that's what it is. I actually think it's just everybody is so fucking... I think genuinely everybody's so fucking miserable, and they're looking for any reason to like throw that on other people. I really do feel like it's just a bunch of miserable people. You
say miserable. I honestly think it's boredom.
Well, that's what it is. That's what I think. I think so many people are fucking just unfathomably bored, despite all of the access to like
which is the problem,
limitless distraction, and now it's like there's no potency behind it.
That is the problem. Yeah,
people need to feel something, so they're like, oh man, fucking, I gotta get angry. I haven't felt angry in a long time. I need to feel alive, and it's just like it's so depressing.
That's madness. That's insanity.
There's so many people that understand that to a T. Where like there's this guy, I haven't seen any of his videos, but I see his thumbnails popping around all the time. He's called Geeks and Gamers, and he uses the same thumbnail, that same chick that was at the inauguration where she was screaming, no. He uses it in every single thumbnail. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's not
100%,
not like he's fucking. I'm sure he doesn't give a flying when he is making the thumbnail. It is so passive for him. He's just put it here.
He is I think it's like a group, but they are no.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, they are no bullshit on purpose. Like no bullshit was an idiot. Like no bullshit was straight up, and I don't say this with any hint of exaggeration, one of the stupidest people I have ever been aware of. Not that I've met. I'm talking like just basic awareness of a person. I don't think I've seen in person anybody as dumb as no bullshit was.
That's insane.
Brooks, whatever the fuck his name was, the dumbest slab of wood you could ever hope to meet. And he made those videos sincerely. He really believed everything. He was passionate, talentless. Awesome. Everything about it was authentic and genuine. And this now it's like, no, these people know. Like, and maybe they do believe it, but like they know what they're doing.
No, none of them do, man. Look, when I started really paying attention to these people with like, seeing other, me looking into other people documenting what these people do and what they say, and the stuff that they say is so outrageous, it's just calculated. There's things that you can catch when somebody says, oh, this is so outrageous. Not a single soul could actually believe this. They'll make up something kind of like Joseph Goebbels. Like, seriously, they'll make up something so outrageous, Hitler's propaganda minister, and just keep saying it until people believe it. He knows it's insane, but he knows people listen to him. And it's fucking brilliant.
That's dangerous.
I just wonder. I guess I just wonder always, like, how much of the Kool-Aid are they drinking? You know what I mean? Because I do think it's possible that, like,
I think what happens, you can play crazy till you believe it. I think that happens.
Right. That's right. But that's what I'm talking about. That's what I mean. It's like, I do feel like at some point, like, and maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm off. Like, I could be. Like, I have no idea. I don't know these people. But based on, like, the hunch that I get a hunch from some of them that you've
is there anyone
you've bought into it?
Is there anyone you can think of
that played crazy till they bought into it?
Like, who would you think? Because
Gabby Hanna. I think Gabby Hanna played crazy till she bought. No.
Gabby Hanna is mentally ill.
Yeah, but I think
she's manic.
I think that she played the game until she lost her resistance to it. I think it was always there. I think it was always there. I think it's always there, obviously. But I think she started letting the guards down more and more and more until it all rushed in, and now it's just look at that. That's what it is.
No, I think hers is a whole nother fucking that's a whole nother fucking thing. But I don't know. Yeah,
I think Ben Shapiro played into it. I think Ben Shapiro now believes himself.
I see. The interesting thing is, I thought the opposite. I used to think Ben Shapiro was genuine. I used to think he was authentic in the dumb shit that he would say. But the more, like, say for example, I stumbled upon these guys, this channel called Some More News, and they did like a hour and something video on Ben Shapiro, just about a bunch of shit that he says, and I'm like, oh, this is so outrageously false. It was just one of those things. I know Ben Shapiro isn't a stupid person, and like he's not like intellectually like just he's not Brooks, no bullshit. Right. I know he's aware of what he's saying, but he knows that his audience will not fact check him at all. And it's fucking, you can get to that level, right? You get to that level when you're kind of like almost cult status, and they will not question what you say or what you do. And I was like, oh, I didn't know that. I thought he genuinely believed in what he was saying, and he was like very like smart, and I'm just like a religious person that just has bad information, but I strongly believe in it. And I'm like, oh no, this guy's fucking phony too. And it's wild because I don't watch a lot of political content, but I have been recently, just to kind of be a little more hyper aware, because things are getting a little weird over here, right, in the States. Things get a little weird.
America's definitely in a very strange place right now.
I'm trying to pay attention a little more.
Our meta's different. We're playing a different meta right now, and it's like, it wasn't quite
the meta has shifted for sure. We're on some fucking...
They nerfed everything to make the internet stronger.
No, I think the internet existence I think the internet is just stronger than everything else. I think everything is still where it's at, but the internet is just dominating. Except for other forms of media, that shit's weaker now. It's just internets and movie. Everything else, like television, nerfed into the floor. Respect nerfed into the floor because you can say anything and then get away with it. So respect is nerfed. Anxiety, fucking highest tier ever. Motherfuckers can't order shit on the phone. So it's just every.
Yeah, it's a whole ordeal. I don't know. I don't know. I hate this shit. It bothers me. But I guess we'll run into our last thing before we do some rapid questions.
Do it,
We're gonna have to. We should have mentioned this at the beginning, but it's gonna be like a little. Well, I mean, actually, no. You know because you see the audio file and you know how long it is. But we're doing a bit of a shorter episode. We were a little bit late recording, so we just want to get this out as soon as possible. Mm-hmm. And we're recording on an unusual day for us. So just heads up. But I did want before we left. I feel like we needed to talk about this because it's just. I don't understand how this is even happening. So I'm sure if you're on Twitter, you know that you probably saw Anthony Fantano's name trending, and you probably thought like, oh, this happens with some YouTubers. It's kind of like how sometimes Ethan will trend, and I'm always like, oh, I wonder which one that is.
Right.
Oh, I always hope it's Ralph.
Yeah, it's like is it
sometimes
Ralph?
It is, and I'm like, what's happening?
Sometimes it is. It's Ralph, it's Klein, or it's Crank Gameplays. But I think generally this doesn't happen all that often. So when I saw it trending, I was like, oh, I wonder what he did. At first I thought it was another like hit piece came out, because I saw something very similar. Like I saw like an article recently, like giving him shit about his meme channel. And I'm like, I can't believe this is still happening.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah. And I thought it was that again, but it turns out that Fantano was trending because Drake, Champagne Poppy himself.
That's right.
I hate that. I hate his Instagram name. Like sent a DM to Fantano, like out of the blue in the middle of the night, which is like an extra layer to this that I think is so fucking funny. Drake sent Fantano this DM and it was kind of brought to light because Anthony made a video about it, but he was like, he kind of played it off as a joke. Like he doctored the DM. He went into Inspect Elements and like changed it up. So he was like, oh, Drake DM'd me and it was like this vegan cookie recipe. And then he read the whole, it's like a long ass recipe. It was like, it reminded me of like a That Is the Plan video. Like just like very shit posty, very much like, oh, isn't this funny? Because it's telling the truth that Drake did DM him, but like kind of like obfuscating and in a way, in my opinion, kind of protecting Drake a little bit because the real DMs are so sad because he sends Drake, one of the biggest artists in the world, at like 1 a.m. sends Anthony Fantano. What is it? Do any of you have like the tweet?
Let me
like
see if I can look it up.
I can pull it up. I got it on my. I retweeted it on. I mean, I reposted on my story. I'll pull it up real quick.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just so. Read it.
Yeah, I got it right here. So, it says, yo. Your existence is a light one, and the one is because you are alive. And then he's pressed send. Next one, and because you somehow wifed a black girl. You somehow wifed a black girl. Send. And then I'm feeling a light to decent one on your existence. So he just reinforces what he.
Yeah, he just repeats the joke again.
I think that joke. I think that joke is funny because the idea of using someone's own joke using someone's own thing against them always brings me a little bit of cred. You know, it's like when battle rappers use a bar from someone's song to insult them. It always gives me a little bit of
if they've done it. If it's like you've heard it 100 times before.
I've never heard that before. Also, if I'm being real, I've never heard it.
It's not even the laziness of the joke that gets me. It's the fact that like, why is one of the biggest artists in the world random? Like, all I'm imagining is Drake in his room crying on a bed like at 1 a.m. Like in his feelings. Like, oh man, I'm feeling so fucked up. Like,
I understand
this bald white guy who means nothing to me didn't like my album.
Well, Anthony Fantano
this is the problem,
gives
though.
Drake bad reviews. That's the thing.
But this is the problem.
That's his job.
Problem is no, but it is his. Look, it is his job, but this is the problem because I feel like there's a lot of people because even you know Tony Fantano, even Tony, you know Tony, do you love me? Because a lot of people don't want to admit it, but they respect Anthony Fantano's opinion.
Oh yeah, I do.
Because so many people respect his opinion. And so here's the thing. We all know artists. We are artists.
Right.
We are very hyper aware of and very sensitive to stuff that we create. And if somebody destroys you, it stings a little bit. No matter how much you want to say I don't give a fuck or whatever, it doesn't feel good. So we all know that. They're all human at the end of the day. It doesn't matter how fucking rich or famous you are. You have somebody, Anthony Fantano, that literally I'm sure his review of let's pull it up, like the review of that latest garbage
Certified
piece
Lover
that came
Boy?
out.
It was the dance hall.
No, honestly never mind. I think it's called Honestly Never Mind.
That shit's so bad,
just called,
even for me. And I was like, ugh.
It's one of those things where it's so. I'm sure and I'm not trying to defend him. I'm just saying the reality of the situation. Like Anthony Fantano's reviewing it because I watched it. Of course, I was excited. I get excited when I see Anthony Fantano wearing his red fucking flannel or it says not good or whatever. You already know what you're getting into, and I'm like, let's fucking go, dude. So it was a good review. He touched on all the things. I just feel like Drake. He's obviously with the music he makes is a very sensitive guy. And I am in no way defending him fucking DMing because I would never
That's
something
the thing
like
about
that.
It. That's the thing about it.
Right.
Like, it's one thing to care, right? It's one thing to be like, "Ah, that's fucking shitty." Like, what? That's I put a lot of work into that. It's always shitty whenever I've had so many fucking videos made about me that like hate me. You know what I mean? Like, it's annoying. Like, I've seen them and it's like, this fucking sucks. Like, what the fuck did I do? I'm just chilling. But I have never gone out of my way to send like. How old is this review, by the way?
What, a couple months?
Yeah, a few months.
That's like.
So it's been swelling.
So it's been like he's been festering in his brain.
That's why he eventually said something. We've all been there. We've all been so hurt. We've been not in this. Not about like DMing someone. That's what I mean to me. But like we've all been in our feelings before. We've been like, God damn it! Why? I gotta figure out why this happened. So
no, but like
I sent it to him.
Maybe. Okay, go ahead.
I think it's just the idea of just like sending a message to somebody who didn't like my thing and like insulting them because they didn't like it. That to me is
but you know what's
so
funny though?
Weird.
You know what's funny though? On the level that you're at or any of us or anything like that, it's not even that weird. It's stupid, but at the same time, it just be like, oh yeah, this guy slipped up. It is like I know Drake is still a human, so he makes human stupid decisions. But it is weird because I'm just putting myself in the situation. If I were at the level of fame and just prosperous as Drake, to the point where he can just gift some UFC fighters a Rolex just because they bet money on him. He bets a lot and he gambles a lot, so he bet money on them. They won, and they're like, "Oh, like get us a Rollie," and he literally just gifted them Rollies. Imagine having that type of money. I would be so happy and content with my life. I'd be so good that probably Anthony Fantano's review probably wouldn't bother me that much. Probably it would if I would watch it. My point is, I probably wouldn't even be on my radar at that level of my life.
I agree.
That's where I'm at with it. I'm just thinking of like say where I would personally be, but Drake probably sits on YouTube and watches all the reviews. And it just and then 2 months later or whatever the fuck,
when he finally
probably
gets
got
to
a little
it.
bit too much to drink, and then he fucking not only did he DM. This is the worst part. We forgot to mention this. This is the worst part because I thought it was fake at first. So I went to the way that I saw it. It was a story. It was Champagne Poppy's story. That's how I saw it first. So I'm like, this is bullshit. Why the fuck would he do that? And then I went to his Instagram, and sure enough, he posted it to his story. That's the part that fucking blew my mind.
He telegraphed to the world that he was so upset by a video review by some YouTuber that he sent them an insult. And the not even the other thing about it too that is so like,
Tony, do you love me?
Oh my god. I forgot what I was gonna say because I'm just like I'm thinking so much about just how insane this is.
Look. First and foremost, Fantano's not some reviewer.
Tony,
he's not some reviewer.
He is.
He's not.
Drake.
He's not. It's absolutely not some reviewer.
He's Drake. He goes by his first name, and everyone knows who you're talking about.
Who, Drake?
That is fucking insane. Imagine if somebody was like Bob. And like, everybody was thinking of the same Bob. That's fucking insane.
Well, the thing is
he
that
owns the name Drake. He is so insanely famous.
He's insanely famous. He's the most lucrative artist of all time. He is.
Wait, what's your point, man? I think I'm a little confused.
So the thing is that like Fantano is not just some guy. Fantano is very well respected in the internet sphere of music. He's a very respected reviewer. A lot of people don't want to admit it. They don't want to give him his flowers, but a lot of people respect his point. Just like Derek said, what happens is that consistently, since If Your Reading Is Too Late, in like 2014, everything that Drake has come out with, which I agree a lot of it's been not great, but there was some modicum of stuff about it I could enjoy at least. Like Scorpions came out, Views came out. I liked One Dance, I liked Passion Fruit, But Fantano consistently, like one after another. It's been like 6 albums now. He's just been like, this
he's
sucks.
been lighting them up. He's been lighting them up.
This sucks.
He's been lighting them up
for a while. So imagine every time so imagine a lot of times when you trend. Imagine being Drake and when you're trending, you go and click it and it's Anthony Fantano shitting on your music every time your music trends.
No, but that's not what happens.
It definitely had.
Kingston,
it definitely happened for the last album. It happened, Chris.
Kingston,
Fantano gave it like a 2, Chris, and it was trending. And Kingston. Drake might have not seen it at the time, but he probably, based on this, it finally got to him, and he was just like, "Shit, this hurts, bro."
It is just so inconceivable that it would get to him. Like I cannot.
How is that inconceivable?
Because I just can't imagine. He's a reviewer.
I understand what you're saying.
It's the point. Like I don't. It's like getting upset at Rotten Tomatoes to me. Like what do you want? Their job is to talk about things as they are, and guess what? Most people kind of agree. You're not doing so hot, and in comparison to like other artists that Fantano lights up way worse, in my opinion.
He does not light up anybody worse than Drake consistently, bro. That you can't cap that.
Kingston.
He gave Drake. He gave Drizzy.
Hold on.
He gave Drake because he's the biggest artist on the planet. And he's consistently giving him below 4s. That's a lot. That might not be the hardest he's lit up somebody.
Do me a favor. Go and look up every single Eminem review from the last like 10 years. Oh, do yourself a favor. Look at the Eminem reviews from the last 10 years.
Bro.
Look at all of them. Watch them.
Look.
He lights Eminem. If I was to the point where if I was Eminem, I would almost take it like personal. I would be like,
he's dissed him. He's dissed him.
Yeah, he does take it personally.
Yeah, except that's part of it. That's what I'm saying. So it's one thing to send a DM to this person, and it's another thing because I'm sure we've all done this, right? Where like if we have somebody who's like talking shit to us, we'll like maybe tweet at it or something, or like we'll use it in a video. Like I've done this before. Like I've streamed video, like weird takedown videos before because I think they're like amusing and it's good content. I mean, like why not? Why the fuck wouldn't I do this? It's one thing to use it for your content. If you want to diss Fantano in a song, at least you're doing a fucking song. At least it's something to do with your art. This is just like lazy and it just comes across as pathetic. And now you've given Anthony Fantano the chance to leave you on red. Anthony Fantano left Drake on red.
Which is fucking hilarious. I wouldn't be able to resist. I wouldn't be able to resist, dude. That's crazy.
That's so rough, man. Like, I don't know, man. I guess he's not internet savvy, so I guess he's not thinking about that stuff. But like, bro.
Definitely not.
It looks
which is weird.
So bad.
He's fucking like my age, which is like he grew up with everything. So it's weird that he just did it. I just
think it's. I can see where.
Like it's still there. It's still there.
I
like
can
he's still
see where.
If you go to his, he still has it up. It has 4 more hours because it's been 20 hours. It's still up. It's still on his fucking story.
I can see why.
Show to the.
Oh, yeah.
Just so we have video evidence that this is real.
So you got champagne. Oh wait, what the fuck? What just happened?
The highlights came up.
Oh, okay. Okay, so there's Champagne Poppy, right? I don't know. It's probably hard to see, but anyway,
it's fine.
Click on this. Yeah, you click on it, and the first thing that pops up is the fucking conversation. You know, it's Champagne Poppy's fucking thing, dude. It's so crazy that it's so crazy that it's there.
Also, just genuinely, like I don't normally like I don't really ever talk about like punching up and punching down because generally speaking in our sphere I don't really believe it exists. Like I don't know if we can, like we're not really so huge that we can't like fuck with people, and it's you know what I mean. But the biggest artist in the world like sending an insult at this guy, telling him he should die, and then sharing that to his like probably like maybe close to 1 billion fans is like wildly irresponsible.
That's what is crazy. That's what's crazy about it. That like yeah, sure. As reviewers, Anthony's the biggest without question. But as just an entity that exists
as a being,
in the world of celebrity, most people don't know who the fuck Anthony Fantano is. Most people don't know who the fuck is. Most people in the world do not listen to music reviewers. They just listen to music. So it is pretty crazy that people, probably 80 to 90% of his fans, are like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah, like,
they don't
what?
even know.
Like,
they don't even know the context.
All they know is that this guy told a random person to die. Like
he didn't tell him to die. He just said his existence is not good. He didn't say
he said your
not
existence
good.
is a light one, and it's a one because you're alive.
Yeah, it doesn't mean you die. That just means you're not doing good at living.
I think you're a Drake stan.
I'm not a Drake stan because I agree with Fantano a lot on his albums. There's albums I disagree with on him constantly, but I think that is just funny that imagine being the most famous artist of all time and then doing this, you know? Imagine being like Drake. Drake is the most he's bigger than Michael Jackson, you know? He's bigger than Elvis Presley. Even Elvis Presley was only really big over here, but he's the biggest. He's the big artist, and Drake was just like, I gotta tell him, Weezy, and he just put it in the chat and sent it.
It's so weird. Anyway, that is the thing.
I also want to just say, I want to just reinforce that, you know, even though that Anthony Fantano has been flaming Drake for years and years. Like, I just want to reinforce that, guys. Just go listen to the latest project compared to anything else that he's done. This shit is it's mind-bogglingly bad. Like, even the production, and I think he did it all himself because, bro, in one of the songs, there's like a bed creaking in it. It's like a bed creaking. You know, if you're fucking in a bed, and it's going like, it just through the whole song, and I'm just like looking around that, who did he even ask anybody about this, or it's
I think he did. I think
fucking weird.
So you know when Kanye made when Kanye made 808s and Heartbreaks, everyone and their mom hated it, everyone and their mother hated it, and then it turns out it became the basis for the music the next 11 years.
And you think he thinks?
I think he thinks he did that.
Oh, he thinks.
I think
okay, good. Fair enough.
Thinks he did that. I think he's like, I'm making this dance hall shit that's gonna be the basis for music in the future. And if it is, then goddamn it, you know. But like, but I said the same. I was making fun of 808 to Heartbreaks the same way I'm making fun of this right now. I was like, this album is so stupid. Why is Kanye using 808 so much? They sound dumb. And then the fucking SoundCloud bastards came into existence, and all they did was use that for years. So we'll see.
That's interesting because I when I heard it, I was like, oh, Heartless, that shit was pretty good. Love Lockdown. I was okay with it. Actually.
I did not like it because it went from Graduation, which was like such a great album.
I understand. I get that. Yeah, because
this new era of music,
completely 180 of what the fuck is this? I get.
It was like going from Marshall Mathers LP to like fucking Recovery.
Oof.
That's a drastic. At least with Eminem, it was gradual.
Man, I just want Eminem to start doing drugs again, bro.
I want Eminem.
Just get Eminem to start doing drugs again.
Nah, bro. I think cool. Eminem is well past his prime, bro. Like, of course. I think he.
But see, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. I don't understand. I'm gonna be honest. I don't understand as a artist myself. When I was young, I didn't really understand like quality of music and all the shit, and I wasn't able to compare and contrast really well. Because I was just happy I made a song, even though when I got older, like I can't believe they're dog shit, and I would listen to my favorite artist and not immediately understand that my music was so fucking terrible. Now, I'm like, I compare it, I listen to my old shit, and I'm like, this is just not up to par or whatever. It needs to be better. And what happens? Like, this motherfucker, what is he? What? How does that happen? I don't understand how it happens.
I think what happens when you make music about a very relevant. So let's say like hip hop, right? Hip hop is an ever evolving thing. So what happens is that when you make music in hip hop and you are no longer the person you were, the songs you can create can just feel out of touch from the culture you're trying to put it in. I need
quality. This quality. I don't care what the shit's even about. Like, just it's not the same quality.
All those albums are fucking awful, bro.
right.
But the thing is that he hasn't had a good album in like 20 years. In all fairness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We get.
We good?
We gotta go to questions.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Because we got a couple that I want to get through.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, JFK's Headache wrote in. He says, "Hello, Snarky boys. Out of fear of being painfully attacked by Chris, I asked the question, why do you think we have so many games we play, like Destiny, Call of Duty, etc., that we feel such an intense hatred towards, but still love and keep playing them? I know for me, Apex Legends gets me angrier and more frustrated than most things, but I love... Most things, but I love and continue to play the game. Thanks for getting me through long work days. Please let me have my family back. I beg of you. Thank you, my guy." Thanks for writing in. I think. Well, I mean, if you're frustrated about if you feel an intense hatred towards something,
you shouldn't be doing it.
I was gonna. Well, in the context of like playing a video game, it's more about like it's evoking a passion in some way. So like you're feeling something. Like I definitely get frustrated whenever I play like Destiny or like Halo and it's like competitive and I'm getting fucked up. Like it's frustrating, but like it's still like it's like a positive frustration in some way. It's not like, oh, I'm talking to Goebbels. You know, it's not like it's a different energy.
I definitely don't hate any game I like.
Yeah,
I don't like even Destiny. It bothers me, but I don't hate it. I wouldn't say I hate Destiny.
Yeah, hate's the wrong emotion.
Yeah,
hate's the wrong emotion.
Hate's the wrong word, I guess, for it.
Because
you don't hate it. It's more just like intense frustration. But I definitely know what you mean. Like there's sometimes where I'm like, I hate this fucking. I say it, but I don't. It's not meaningful because I don't mean it. But like there's like I fucking hate this game. Fuck this game. Fuck this nonsense.
They're doing something right. If you can get that passionate about something, they're definitely doing something right. You know, like because the worst thing is apathy, right? You just have indifference or something.
Oh yeah, 100%. It's also just the idea of just like imagine being imagine you made something, right? Let's say you made a game. The person who wrote in JFK's Headache. Imagine you made a game and you watched somebody play it, and then they said, "God fucking damn it, fuck this shit." But then they keep playing it. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's got to be an awesome feeling because that means you're able to do that shit, and it's cool. Like some of the best shit that I like, dude. I've gotten heated in like Destiny raids for sure. But those are the best parts of those games.
For sure.
I feel like that's almost like From Software in a nutshell,
totally.
Really.
From Software is. I feel like that's From Software's entire design philosophy is like trying to piss you off.
I used to always go back to fucking Hassan destroying his controller. He was playing Sekiro, and then like he just absolutely destroys his control. It's so I love it because I'm like that should be advertisement for them. They should use that in like commercials and shit.
He destroyed his control for Sekiro.
Look what it made. Look what it made this guy do. He pounds it. And then he fucking goes in the background, starts punching his couch and shit. And it's just so funny. And I'm like, isn't that? I'm like, oh, I gotta play this. I gotta try this fucking game.
I need to feel this. I need to feel this level of fucking passion about something.
I want to tweet at Hassan like I finished Sekiro and I didn't even break my controller.
It's a little too late now. But definitely at the time would have been perfect.
I think he would still reply.
That's why I said it as a joke and I didn't tweet it.
I think he would still reply though. I think he would still reply.
Do you think so?
Oh yeah, you Nazi or some bullshit.
It's like Keemstar whenever you like that photo of that guy shitting on the train tracks. And like
wait, what?
You never seen that?
Is amazing.
You never seen that photo of Keemstar shitting on the train track?
Bro, I'm gonna send you. Look, there's this like I forgot what that fucking but it's like there's what is it called? It's like a crook to a boss or whatever.
Yeah.
That meme. It would like you would like be upgraded. You'd be like a level fucking 1 crook or something, and then like level 30 boss. I forgot something like that. And there's this meme of that and that motherfucker on the train tracks, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's actually Keemstar. Yeah.
All right. Let's quickly let's move on to some. Try and rapid fire these next few. Los Homos Hermanos wrote in. He says, "Hey, howdy, hey, Snark Tank. I know you guys tend to talk a lot about video games and music related things, but do you guys have any hobbies that you don't normally talk about? Thanks for putting up with my dog ass name changes. Welcome. Thanks for supporting us. Los Homos Hermanos is a good ass name.
It's great. It's
not bad.
It's like the first thing I thought about.
Compared to most people who just like trail off on long sentences that are just like not interesting, it's good.
Yeah, Los Homos Hermanos is not bad.
Yeah. As far as like hobbies that I don't talk about, I don't know. I feel like because my existence is talking about the things I do, like on various podcasts and also streaming, I feel like most of my hobbies you guys are pretty aware of. I do like. I will say I wish I had the space to like build shit. Like I do like carpentry and shit like that. Like I do like build, like if I could like have a workbench and like build a table or something, I like that shit, but I just don't. It's such an insane investment, and also just like, you know, that's a lot of space to dedicate to. Like you need a shed for that, which I do not have. And it's also been so long that I can't even imagine that I would really be particularly good at it at this point. But you know, that's really the only thing that I can think of, and it's really just because I can't do it where I'm at.
What do I don't know. I talk about reading. I talk about video games. I talk about my love of music.
We're an open book. I feel like, you know. I feel like,
pretty much.
I feel like we talk about
nothing really. I ain't got shit hidden, bro. Ain't shit about me hidden, bro.
Yeah,
bitch.
Yeah,
so there you go.
We good. Yeah. We
Andrew,
good. We good, man.
Andrew Tate punching you in the face and calling you a beta road. And he says, "Hello, human Oreo. I'll keep the question simple. What is your advice to start out in content creation? Stuff like thumbnails, or advice on creative clickbait, or any general words of wisdom are appreciated." So I'm gonna be straight up with you, man. Like the environment now is so different than when we all started that like I don't know if we can really. I don't know if the things that we could say are as up to date. You know what I mean? Like we're still doing stuff, and obviously we know the field and we know the arena, but starting out is a whole different ball game now. Like it really does feel like, I don't know. It feels like the only real way to start out is to really make undeniably good shit. Like stuff that has to be shared. You know, like I don't know how else to say it. Like I don't think you can get away with like the old school way of kind of like fucking around and like kind of like, oh yeah, I'll post this video of me eating Cheetos, you know, and then like the next video is like a video essay that's really good. Like I don't think you can really do that anymore, because even some of the most successful channels that exist now will delete that old shit, you know, because it just fucks them. Like I still have a lot of my old like nonsense up. I have all my old music. I have all my old shit posts. Which probably doesn't help. I probably should get rid of them, but I'm like attached to them in some way.
I would
like,
say you gotta find a thing that's popular, and if it's popular and you know enough about it, you can make something good from it. Yeah, go there.
I would say apply what you like to do to something that people care about. So if there's like so for instance, if you're an animator, or if you like do animation, look for like a trending topic, like with Meat Canyon and what he did with like, oh, the Queen died, you know, and he made a whole fucking animation about it and things like that. If something is happening in the world that you think is amusing, or if it's like trending, if you do music, maybe fucking, I don't know, do a song or something about that. It really is all about what people are looking for, basically. Like it's trending top. Unfortunately, this is the reality of it. It's like it's very it's very difficult to get by on just raw skill now. Yeah, because so many people can do that. Like it used to be a very huge asset to me that I could edit, but now everybody can edit.
So there's a couple of things to keep in mind. Right now, watch time. So the longer the video is, the better chance the algorithm will push it, which is that's just the reality for people that are, not everybody, because there's people that are established and it doesn't matter, but there's people that are new. There's a lot of people that are new. They're making, and this is like a really good thing they can do. Right now, iceberg content is fucking popping off.
Oh yeah,
really long ass fucking videos about the blank iceberg, or the whatever it is. Could be video games, could be fucking movie, whatever. Just go through the iceberg of it. If you don't know what it is, look at examples of anything. They're very huge right now, and obviously you may not even be interested in it, But if you do true crime podcasts, you're gonna just do okay, I think, because that shit is just insane. They're popping up every day, and then new people they can't get enough of it. They want to hear everyone's perspective on the same fucking murder. It's wild.
It is insane.
It's pretty crazy. Also, you have to find the biggest thing is you have to find what you bring that no one else brings. Find your uniqueness.
And you also have to care about what you're doing. That's kind of the thing too. It's like that's what's so hard about it, is because you have to care about. You have to base things on trending topics, but you also have to care about it in some way. Because if you do shit that you don't care about, then it's like people know. It's like very obvious. The reason why I can not upload for like months and then I'll put out a Halo video and it fucking slaps is because people know I give a shit. Like they know I can't possibly be joking. If I'm like talking about, I don't know, fucking Superman, no one's gonna give a shit.
Yeah.
Like no one's gonna watch my Superman video. I bet on my channel with like fucking 600 something thousand subs and Kingston's channel with like what is it, like
7,000.
I bet if I put a Superman video out, it would get less views than his would.
Yeah, no, I think yours would get more views, but not as much as it should.
It wouldn't get as much engagement.
Yeah,
and it wouldn't get as much. Yeah. It wouldn't get as much as it should, because people would be like, "What the fuck is this?"
Right.
That's why, like recently, like whenever I did 2 smaller bits of content. I did a thing about Better Call Saul because it was trending, and also because I just genuinely like it a lot. And also I did a Rise Against tier list, and that's like that should have like maybe 5,000 views, but people know I give a shit. I have a fucking tattoo, so that's like closer to 100K. Yeah. At least the last time I checked, it was like I think it was like 70 or 60,000, which is like, for a video like that, a tier list that I don't do, that's pretty fucking good. So like, people, you have to care about something, and you have to convey that well, because if you don't, a lot of that is in delivery too. Like sometimes you might really genuinely care about something, but you'll read the script and you'll listen back to the fucking delivery, and you're like, wow, I sound completely apathetic. So it's, I don't know, man. It's a lot in the execution. It's not even so much what you do. It's just how you execute on it. That's the most genuine I can be. And the last one, we'll just wrap things up.
Okay.
I love FOV sliders. Wrote in. He says, "Hey, Snark Tankers, what do you think is the coolest way to die?"
Oh, deatomization.
Simple.
Explosion.
Explosion?
Exploding for sure.
Exploding.
Absolutely.
Damn, I hate that we're all unanimously agreed on that.
But like organic, but like it being organic means like nothing exterior made you explode. Like you're you.
Oh, like from the center, yeah.
And then you blow up. Like thermonuclear self.
I mean, I don't know how that would happen.
I feel like it's between that and I feel like being catapulted into space would be a fun one.
Oh,
that'd be amazing.
Just like imagine being just propelled into the sky, because at least you get this feeling of like, I'm flying now. Right? It's like, this is kind of cool, and then you're like, you're not, and you're not going to fall. You're not going to fall down because you're breaking through that atmosphere, and then you get to fucking freeze. You get your head explode. Yeah. It's fucking
die like very fast. Yeah,
your body will be like floating in that weird like suborbit atmosphere thing that like exists.
That's pretty cool. Like that's
pretty badass.
You know what's really good.
I would say what
falling off of somewhere really high and then landing and then causing a little area of effective damage.
That would be cool.
Like you hit the ground, like someone next to you that you don't even hit. It's like, ow, because you landing.
I was so disappointed when I found out that AOE isn't real.
Yeah,
how could it be?
Not for us. At least.
I know, but like when I was a kid, I like had some hope. Like that was like when I was the age when I was still like, if I try really hard, maybe I can do a Kamehameha. Like maybe, like just maybe. Like I don't know for sure I can't.
But I don't know for sure I can't.
I have a good way. I hope somebody dies like this, right? Maybe it'll even be myself,
Hope the queen died this way.
So you get a bullet train. You slap a dildo on the front of it.
Oh my god!
Right? and then you drive fucking like, you know, at the last exit, whatever, and then fucking you just pull your pants down and bend over, and then it just fucking just the dildo impales you and you explode. Like you just get fucked so hard that you die, like you explode. I think there's no better way to die than that.
That is so gross. It is so gross.
I think that's fucking awesome.
That's
like
so funny because
somebody just.
That is funny to me because
slow it down.
You wouldn't even have time to process the millisecond of pleasure that could potentially happen.
You would just be dead. You would
now how do
you'd almost still think you're alive. That's how fast you'd be dead.
How do you think people would react to that though? Because you know they'll be at the station and they're seeing this guy on the tracks. He's pulling his pants down. And then maybe, I guess they're going to just see this guy splatter, but they'll see on the news later that there was a dildo attached to the train. Do you think their horror would turn into just laughter at that point?
And it'll be like a little bit of like shit on it, and like a little like in blood. And you'd be like, what? Did it like that?
Did it what?
It happened like
sick
that.
as fuck, dude. And then it becomes a trend. The motherfucker now gets on his
A
knees
trend.
and opens his mouth.
It's like the fucking cinnamon challenge. Oh man,
Yeah,
we gotta go.
exactly.
We gotta go.
That's hot though. That's hot.
If you like what you heard today, consider supporting us over at patreon.com/snarktank. $1 a month gets you access to every episode and access to bonus solo episodes. $5 a month gets you a question right on the show. $10 gets you access to our Discord server. That's $1 a year for good. And $25 gets you named dyslexic ready in the show. And that's what I will now do. Sweeney, count me down.
3, 2, 1.
Is this the right list? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Lisa Pisses prized semen collection tray.
That is very hot.
God Christ
The
almighty.
opposite of hot. Opposite.
Lisa Pisses. Can you imagine your name is Lisa Piss? 3XO and the Queen choking on Sween's peen. The milkman that looks like Chris returns. And I've returned for my son. Sweeney, quickly, there's a Twitter account called Sweeney's Guide. Go there and scan the code to see a video. I'm growing ever curious about this. It's probably a scam. Rectal lacerator, emoticons going like this. Storm Boys. I hate that one. It makes me so mad. Storm Boy's life and what he like. Shout out to my friend Roxic for introducing me to you wonderful irredeemable fuckwits. Hey, thank you, man. Your noble truth. I have no urethra, but somehow I will come. I'm not the pig. I'm not the pig. I'm not the fig plucker, nor the fig plucker's son, but I'll pluck figs till the fig plucker comes. I feel like I was getting dangerously close to saying something.
Forget about it.
I want to make sure this wasn't a tongue twister trying to make me say the N-word. Call her Little Caesars the way her pussy hot and ready.
Nice.
Elsie Bray's pyramid
Let's go.
scheme, a.k.a. Drip MH. Nancy Pelosi killing a Palestinian with her massive tits. Obi, won't you blow me? A fucking prawn. God, why did I move to this swampland? God, I moved to Florida. Save me. Never mind, Sweeney. I just realized you have swamp ass. I'm coming for Chris's butt instead. XOXO Big Papa Shaq. Tevin DeBlack. Kremlin de Gremlin. Binkus Stinkus. The man uppercutting 9/11 jumpers before they hit the ground. Congrats. Y'all just lost the game, and she's dead. She's finally dead. The queen's dead. I'm so happy.
Oh, God.
Damn.
Mitch McConnell's tortoiseshell. All's to wall. Okay, you said it right.
Mitch McConnell.
Mega Man X8 guy, and I give up. I'm all out of funny. Avi, welcome to Andrew Tate's Kidnapped Women and Little Dick Emporium. Fragile Masculinity sold separately. Pause. Derek, take your tits out. I need something to jack off to. Kingston said no earlier.
No problem.
Yeah, he's accommodating.
That's fucking
Wage
brutal.
slave 583. Oh, I hate that because it's like
This albedo.
it's supposed to be Spanish senior, but like he didn't spell it with the tilde. Senor Alberto Jose Juan Carlos Gustavo Gonzalez Julio Don Ramon Vicente El Teresorio. Holy fuck. If that's your name, God help you. I don't like that your email is
Jesus Christ.
Oh man, that's probably really your name. I feel gay. Fuck you. Just a reminder that there is a video of young Willem Dafoe swinging his fat cock around, dead inside. The Papini Brothers Emporium of bullet-filled uncles now under construction for new exhibits. Skrinkus. Oh, that's it. Hey, guys. I just got a new dog. Can everyone say hello to Zuma for me?
I saw Zuma on Twitter, actually. She's adorable.
Aw.
Zuma
adorable.
Was good.
Hello, Zuma.
Hey, Bobby. Hey, Bobby.
Okay.
My nigga.
Fuck. Paraplegics aren't people because people are bipedal. Oh, God damn it.
My mother effing N-word.
I spent $25 to make a reference to Chris about Chris to Chris that Chris read and Chris didn't get. I have PPSD. Fun fact, after the Queen died, a meteor was spotted over the UK. The BBC reported, oh, fuck, she's respawning. Have a nice day.
Damn.
Tell him, Steve Dave. Andrew Tate is missing because God sex trafficked him back. John Strickland. Can you imagine Andrew Tate gets sex trafficked? That would be so amazing.
That'd be amazing.
Merck's 1889, Downey McFrowney, alternate universe Sweeney, where he's the same in every way except he's a big Reagan supporter. I work 3 jobs and can't afford a studio apartment rent. Tell me more about how coffee is my problem.
Oh, shit.
Damn.
Shit.
That's real. The First Church of Keith David.
That made me depressed. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's very real.
Bro, it's time to move to the desert. It's time to move to the desert, man.
Gay the pray away.
You can go McDonald's, get $20, and then fucking get a house. All right.
I ran over Simba. It was me with my 2003 Silverado. Drunken Doulahan, Pre-Roz, Los Homos Hermanos, Blake 896, Fucking Kill Me, Ryan Lucchese, Sloshy Scout, a video the Snark Tank Trio sings Never Gonna Give You Up, now on YouTube if you're interested. Oh, no.
What?
God
Where's that shit
it.
at, dude?
We'll steal it, and we'll use it to pad out the end of this episode.
Right.
Depraved McBooty Warrior, Bada Ba Ba Booty, blocked by Steve Shives, Alaskan oil field trash. Please update the Snark Tank animated playlist. I do have to do that. That's a good
Oh, right.
call.
Yeah.
Sue Hulk, Game Controller 25. Danny DeVito is a stealth trans man? What? Well, it's in the episode. Too late. Marcus Penis and the number 69, the coal train running a train on Queen Mara. Lobotomized Jesus and his merry band of figure nuggets, the loathsome cum eater, to infinity and fuck me in my asshole.
I love it.
I really love it. I love that song. That's my favorite name, I think. The only stick I touch while driving is my penis, parentheses, I masturbate while driving. Now, I'm starting to get worried about you, my guy. I'm starting to get worried that you're dead. Because you've been that for a long time. Yummy, 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 come inside my tummy. Jackson Absage, Bradley Brave, Hugger Dark, the movie theater manager, Aetherian, Chris Gate, my Patrian hunting ass, the EDF deploys, and as always, rounding our list out.
The chosen one.
As always, is the chosen one.
King.
The king of haphazard.
Yeah.
And,
Let's go.
Yeah. Fuck it. All the radio sound effects.
I pulled it up. I found it. The channel's called the Snark Tank.
Oh no!
God, what a
Snark
demon.
TENK.
We're stealing that, friend. We're stealing that as going to be this episode.
We're stealing all of your hard work. Sorry.
Yo, I still like that. I still like that fucking Travis Scott thumbnail. It popped up with the mode.
mode.
That shit's fucking. That shit.
All right, guys.
All
I'm late for a thing, so we got to end this up.
Right.
Thanks for listening. We really appreciate your support. We couldn't do it without you. So please, if you are so inclined, if you're still here, go over to patreon.com/snarktank. We got some cool stuff in the works. So
please, mommy and daddy.
Peace.
Please, mommy and daddy. Please.